Yeah, that glowing eye thing on Teen Wolf would actually mess with a werewolf's vision. I had this question the other day about Derek claiming he didn't need Argent's infrared and heat signature goggles when tracking Boyd and Erica back in Fireflies in season 3.
I'll have a higher heat signature, which makes them easier to spot with infrared.
Thanks, but got my own.
Yeah, that's not how any of those things work, the eyes or the goggles. Quickly on the goggles, they're designed to take in light on the longest wavelengths, which happen to be at the red part of the spectrum and beyond. The goggles do this with special sensors, and then special software processes the scene into something that you are able to perceive. That is then relayed into the human eye via a tiny little screen inside the goggles, or in Allison's case, inside her binoculars. She is basically watching television in there. Derek does not have this kind of infrared heat vision as far as we know, and glowing his eyes like that would actually F with his vision pretty badly. Specifically, seeing those invisible longer wavelengths would be effed up because, again, that is the red part of the spectrum, which his glow would be blocking out. Since his eyes are projecting red light in the visible spectrum, which we can see, it blocks incoming red light from reaching his photoreceptors, meaning he'd have trouble distinguishing colors within that part of the spectrum, mainly anything that's a shade of red or the opposite on the color wheel, green. Same for the other werewolf eyes. Yellow or blue light coming from their eyeball would alter their ability to see the world significantly. I'm racking my brain for an example where we saw through Scott's eyes or one of the others' eyes while they were glowing, but I'm coming up blank. This is Paul from the future. Once I started editing, I realized that there was this scene in season 4, but scrambled brain Derek seeing Deaton and Lydia as monsters isn't a proper representation of blowy-eyed vision, so not what I need. If you come up with an example, let me know, please. Anyway, without the glow, we have to assume that the werewolves of Teen Wolf enjoy the same highly developed vision inherent to regular wolves, since being a wolf is their whole deal. Wolf vision relies on ambient light, including the limited light available at night to see. Wolves are well adapted for extreme low light conditions, but their vision is still limited by the amount of light available. They cannot see in complete darkness like you can if you got a pair of infrared goggles. When faced with extreme darkness, wolves will likely use their sense of smell and hearing in order to navigate. Of course, in this season 3 episode, all of that is moot because nobody actually ends up using Argent's night vision stuff except for Allison, and she only uses it in that one scene.